Loudoun County is dealing with an upward trend of COVID-19 cases, the highest that we have seen since early February, despite the Virginia Department of Health reporting more than 111,000 vaccines have been administered. This as Loudoun County Public Schools reports its largest outbreak of COVID cases since the start of the pandemic. With vaccines being administered every day, there's a feeling that normalcy is on the horizon. But it's a horizon we haven't made it to yet, and one that's getting darker as COVID cases in Loudoun County spike.
I am concerned that our number is not below 5%.
Loudoun County Supervisor Chair Phyllis Randall says Loudoun County's positivity rate is sitting at 7.8%, about 4 points higher than other counties. She says she attributes that to COVID fatigue and an outbreak of Loudoun County students.
There was a sports activity that took place not here but in Richmond, and a lot of our kids who were part of that sport attended that activity, and some of those kids came back positive.
The county health department says it is working with school and club teams to identify cases or close contacts associated with the cheerleading club that traveled to Richmond, and can't say the infection originated at the competition itself. But the number of confirmed cases is spreading beyond athletes. The district says the total number of confirmed positive cases at Independence High School has grown to 20, including a staff member.
And so once 2 weeks passes, we'll take a look at the numbers again.
She says people are also feeling COVID fatigue and asking people to be patient a little longer.
Please keep doing the masking and the social distancing and not gathering in large groups. We are going to get through this, and we are almost there. Just a little longer, hang on.
Moving forward, the health department is encouraging families to avoid unnecessary travel over spring break. In Sterling, Colby Satterfield, WUSA 9.